Hello students, I welcome you on your very own YouTube channel Manoj Jangir Classes. In today's video, we are going to discuss meaning of Green Revolution, its merits and demerits. This is basically chapter number 3, which is basically about features, problems and policies of agriculture. इसके बारे में हम लोग डिस्कस करते हैं क्या कुछ है इसके अंदर, क्या सारी चीजें हम लोग डिस्कस करने वाले हैं. So before starting the meaning and all such things, merits, demerits of Green Revolution, let's discuss some of the very important things over here so that you people will be able to understand them. So after the independence to 1965-66, Indian agriculture remained in traditional in nature without the use of mechanized means of cultivation. India tried to increase its productivity by relying on traditionally and locally available resources. Till 1965-66, India was an importer of food grain, and I would like to tell you that we used to import food grain from USA under a treaty called PL 480. P for parrot, L for lion, 480. So US used to supply us the food crop under that treaty, that agreement between India and US. Since the mid 60s, traditional agricultural practices gradually replaced, slowly and gradually replaced by modern and new practices in India. नई मॉडर्न टेक्निक्स आने लगी, उन्होंने रिप्लेस कर दिया, एंड वहां से कहानी शुरू होती है ग्रीन रेवोल्यूशन की. So if we break down the word green revolution, green refers to crops and revolution means substantial rise. So a substantial rise in the crop production over a period of time is known as green revolution. This is how you can give the definition. I'm repeating the definition. First of all, you can break down the word green revolution, green and revolution. Green means crops and revolution means substantial rise. So a substantial rise in the crop over a period of time is known as green revolution. Green revolution implies large increase, यानी कि substantial increase, spurt rise in agricultural production due to new agricultural strategy. New agricultural strategy भी बोला जाता है green revolution को. It is the another name of green revolution. So it can be a one marker question which can be asked in your examination. आपको पता होना चाहिए कि न्यू एग्रीकल्चरल स्ट्रैटेजी किसको बोलते हैं और क्या होती है. लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. phases of green revolution, first phase and second phase. Till now, till 2021, the phases of green revolution can be divided into two parts. First one is like the first phase and second phase. First phase in the mid 60s to mid 70s and second phase from mid 70s to 80s. At the end, one more question would be there, that do you think that India needs another green revolution, one more phase of green revolution? Answer is yes. Needs बढ़ गई हैं, हमारी जरूरतें बढ़ गई हैं over a period of time. Green revolution started happening in India in the year 1967 to 68. तो यहाँ से वो start हो गया था धीरे धीरे. In this period, food grain production increased nearly 25%. इस टाइम पर food grain का जो production है 25% increase हो गया था. This was the first phase for your kind information. India became self-reliant in food grain. India self-reliant भी बन गया food grain में. If we talk about the phases of green revolution, then in the first phase, it was not very much widespread to all the areas of all the states of India. But in second phase, it was very much expanded over so many states, and at the same time, it was like we were able to relate it to more crops rather than rice and wheat only. तो इनिशियल फेज में ज्यादातर राइस और व्हीट के बारे में हमने डिस्कशन किया, इसका इम्पैक्ट हुआ. सो इट्स इम्पैक्ट वाज रिस्ट्रिक्टेड टू व्हीट ग्रोइंग स्टेट्स ओनली. ये नाम याद रख लीजिए, पंजाब, हरियाणा, आंध्र प्रदेश एंड तमिलनाडु. मैं इसको बोलता हूँ पाट, शॉर्टकट बोलते हैं, सो दैट यू पीपल विल नॉट फॉरगेट देयर नेम. PATH. तो पंजाब, हरियाणा, आंध्र प्रदेश, तमिलनाडु, पाट, और यू कैन से पाथ. तो दोनों में से कुछ भी बोल सकते हैं आप. इट इज टोटली अप टू यू. एंड द सेकंड फेज, इट स्प्रेड टू लार्ज नंबर ऑफ स्टेट्स and benefited more crops. सिर्फ wheat तक related नहीं था, rice भी आया, maize भी आया. Impact was very meager, but in the other food crops like oil seeds, like maize and all the other products, उसमें कम था production. Rice कम था, but yes, it impacted them as well in the second phase. Some key pointers about Green Revolution is that it started happening in the year 1967 to 68. This is just for the sake of your knowledge. Nobel laureate Dr. Norman Borlaug developed high-yielding variety seeds, which is also known as miracle seeds in Mexico. M.S. Swaminathan is regarded as father of Green Revolution in India. Don't forget this thing. It is a one-marker question, and which is very important as per your board examination. The image which you are able to see on your screen right now is the image of Mr. M.S. Swaminathan, who is known as father of Green Revolution. So this is about, you can read the related things if you want to go through them. Let's come back to the next slide. What are the features or merits of Green Revolution? क्या features थे? क्या merits थे Green Revolution के? I would like to tell you, we observed a substantial rise, a spurt in the crop productivity, substantial rise in the area under cultivation. That's what we call acreage. Area under cultivation. This is basically, we use a term called acreage. Shift from subsistence farming to commercial farming, venture farming, you can say. Change in farmers' outlook, like the venture farming we are discussing here. Self-sufficiency in food grain production, increase in marketed surplus or market surplus, buffer stock with the government. So increase in buffer stock, you can say. So these are the features of Green Revolution. We can discuss them one by one. So substantial rise in crop productivity, as you all are able to see here. Crop productivity increased manifold due to Green Revolution after long period of stagnation in the Indian agriculture. In the 1951, the productivity of wheat per hectare was 660 kg. On the contrary, in the 2018 and 19, this production increased 3,408 kilo per hectare. At that time, the production of rice was per hectare was 665 kg. It increased, and it almost like increased 4 times, as you are able to see that, or you can say around five times basically. So it increased from 665 kg to 2,665 kg in 2018 and 19. The production of maize increased from 704 kg to 1,114 kg. So 1.5 times आप कह सकते हैं, half time ये increase हुआ, 1.5 times हो गया ये increase होके. So obviously the production of so many crops increased at that point of time. Substantial rise in the area under cultivation. You know this thing very, very well, that if we want to increase the production, and if we are able to use more of land, option A, option B. If you are able to use more of land, then definitely the productivity will also increase, and the same thing happened under Green Revolution in the very first phase. High yielding variety technology has reduced the time gap between the sowing and harvesting of crop. आपको पहले वेट करना पड़ता था थोड़ा सा, अभी हाई यील्डिंग वैरायटी टेक्नोलॉजी से वो गैप जो है कम हो गया है. यूज ऑफ केमिकल फर्टिलाइजर्स has eliminated the need of fallowing. Fallowing क्या होती है? The time duration between the sowing of one crop and harvesting of one crop. I should say harvesting के बाद sowing होने में जितना time लगता है, that time is known as fallowing. You can read the meaning over here. Fallowing is the practice of leaving land uncultivated for some time to regain fertility. So that time period reduced, that time period eliminated at that time because of high yielding variety technology. The area under cultivation has increased as a result. Area under cultivation increase हुआ. The area under cultivation was 13 crore hectares in 1951, and it increased to 19 crore hectares. Presently, 19 crore hectares hai. Over a period of time, definitely you will be able to see some more changes. Then you know this thing that the Indian farmers were basically famous for subsistence farming, like producing for their own needs and the needs of their family only. So they shifted from subsistence to commercial farming. So because of high yielding technology, the high yielding variety technology has increased the production and productivity of crops undoubtedly. It created marketable surplus. थोड़ा थोड़ा बचने लगा farmers के पास. This has shifted farmers from subsistence farming to commercial farming. Marketed surplus means marketable surplus, market surplus, marketed surplus. सारी चीजें एक ही होती हैं यहाँ पर. And you would be able to sell your crop in the market as well. When they started getting the profits from such kind of surplus, then their perception changed about farming, and they shifted from subsistence farming to commercial farming. Because of that, the change in farmers' outlook also happened. Commercialization of agriculture have brought a significant change in farmers' outlook. जो farmers का outlook है वो भी change हुआ because of commercialization of agriculture. Farmers have now started taking agriculture as a business venture instead of means to subsistence. मतलब अब वो प्रॉफिट के लिए काम करने लग गए, बिजनेस वेंचर हो गए, rather than producing for subsistence or subsistence farming. Self-sufficiency in food grain. I told you somewhere in some of the videos that we used to import food grain from America, US से हम लोग मंगवाते थे. एक ट्रीटी हुई थी हमारी PL 480. In 1965, around 1965, Indo-Pak war happened, and at that time, America tried to create a pressure on Indian economy that we need to stop the war with the Pakistan, otherwise they are not going to give us the food grain under PL 480 treaty. It was a big concern at that time. So in the second phase of green revolution in the mid 70s to mid 80s, the green revolution technology involving use of high yielding seeds spread to large number of states and benefited a large number of variety of crops, specifically wheat and rice. It enabled India to achieve self-sufficiency. Don't forget that self-sufficiency was one of the objective of planning in India, GEMS करके. Growth, equity and employment, modernization, and self-sufficiency. So we were able to achieve self-sufficiency because of Green Revolution, and we no longer had to import food from America or any other nation. And what's the positive aspect, all of you, that we are now exporting the goods to the rest of the world. आज हम export कर रहे हैं import करने के बजाय. The next point is increase in marketed surplus. Increase in marketed surplus resulting in decline in the price of food grains. Because जितना ज़्यादा प्रोडक्शन होता है उतना ज़्यादा सस्ती चीज हो जाती है किसी भी इकोनॉमी में. A good proportion of the wheat and rice produced during the green revolution period available as marketed surplus. तो जितना ज्यादा आपका प्रोडक्शन होता है प्राइस कम हो जाता है क्योंकि शॉर्टेज नहीं होती. You are able to meet the needs of all the people. The farmers will be having the marketed surplus. So during the green revolution period was sold by the farmers in the market. तो ये प्रोड्यूस जो है मार्केट में बेचा गया, मार्केटेड सरप्लस जो था. As a result, the price of food grains declined relative to other items of consumption. The low income groups, जो wage earners होते हैं, who spend a large percentage of the income on food, benefited from this. So it was a good gesture for the people, those who are having very meager income, बहुत कम income होते हैं जिनकी, उनको इसका बहुत ज्यादा फायदा हुआ. Government was able to create buffer stock piling भी बोलते हैं जिसको, इसको create करने में successful हुई. That's a good thing if you will be able to take care of that buffer stock. So the green revolution enabled the farmers to procure sufficient amount of food grains to build buffer stock which could be used in times of food shortage. फूड शॉर्टेज के टाइम पे हम इसे यूज कर सकते हैं, नेचुरल कैलेमिटी के टाइम पे हम इसे यूज कर सकते हैं. And this is the positive aspect related to buffer stock, extra stock, which is lying with the government, organizations like Food Corporation of India, if we'll take care of such kind of things, then definitely there will be no problem regarding the shortage of food supply will be there in the our economy. So ये सारे के सारे features थे. I hope so you all must have enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed the video, then don't forget to like, share it with your friends, and smash the subscribe button for such kind of videos. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you in your next class, all of you.